Moving on to the next question, which is, we spoke about it briefly, but I want to delve a little deeper into this on the subject of mobility. We have Mumbai, where I travel extensively. I have seen it over the years. We have Bangalore. Bangalore is a very different city as opposed to Mumbai. Mumbai has the suburban rail. We don't yet have a functioning suburban rail which can transport 80% of the citizens, which is what Mumbai does. It transports 80% of its citizens on suburban rail. And what we see on the roads are people who can afford to have cars, who can afford to have two-wheelers or whatever other modes of transport. So therefore, comparing Bangalore with Mumbai, as many people tend to do, I'm not saying, sir, you, but there are many people we talk to in government also are not convinced that we should invest in buses. We must remember that we don't have a suburban rail as of now. We do have suburban rail plans and we are in touch with them, the K-Ride, etc. But that's going to take time. In between, last 7 years, you spoke about the population growth. Last 7 years, we have not added a single bus to the fleet. We have stagnated at 5,653 buses. We have about 6,500 buses. 1,000 of them are inoperative, either because they don't have drivers or they lack maintenance. So we are still stuck with 5,650. We have recently added a few. But unless we add about 15,000 buses, this issue of growing population with migrant people coming in seeking jobs and making it this tech capital or whatever other people getting economic means is not going to get solved unless we add buses. Metro is a medium-term, long-term project. It takes years to complete. In the meantime, what do? People will bring out their cars. They will bring out their two-wheelers. So if we take a very short-term view that we will not provide buses, the common refrain we hear is, there is no demand, but have we created oversupply such that you flood the system with a bus every 3 minutes so that people are encouraged to take the bus? Nobody has pleasure in struggling through this traffic and spending time in a four-wheeler or a two-wheeler risking their lives. They would rather travel by bus if it is comfortable, reliable, with good information and clean.
I think as far as the trains which are being planned in Bangalore, I think it is taking a new shape. It is the partnership between the central government and the state government, because we have to use their lines. We can't acquire any more property connected to that. I think that is on the pipeline. We wanted to see that as early as possible. We have to start that internal city train system. Second is what your major issue which you are telling on the buses. Today morning itself we added about 100 buses, myself, Chief Minister, we inaugurated. We know that to encourage more women traveling, I think we came out with this Shakti scheme, and more than 70 crores, I think already the number has touched today. Women traveling freely on buses. And they are also spending a lot. GST has been improved. They are going to a lot of tourism places, temples, family meetings are going on. I think it is a corporation. We have about 5-6 corporations connected to that. Definitely we want to encourage public transport. That is the motto of any government, whichever party has. That is, we have a very big road transport corporations as far as the entire country. Karnataka stands first, and more than 300 awards Karnataka transport system has taken. So we are very far ahead of any part of the state in this country as far as transportation is concerned.
Thank you, sir. My next question is there are about 12 arterial roads in the city that carry about 60% of the vehicular population. if we are able to fix these arterial roads to the quality of a national highway, because they carry extremely high load. If you're able to fix these 12, at least you will have short-term easing. We understand that large infrastructure projects like the tunnel project that you spoke about, it'll take time. These are visionary projects. They will take at least 10 years by the time from concept to DPR to implementation. It's a long journey. It needs to be done today. You need to have a vision, but the outcomes are not going to be instantaneous. But we need some instantaneous fixes for a lot of things. If national highways can have roads which are of international quality, why is it that in Bangalore, these arterial roads, 12 or 15, whatever we find out, why can't we maintain them to national highway standards? We understand that there is a lot of work that has already been done in terms of providing detailed specs for that. But we are hesitant to spend money on maintenance. Any investment, you can buy a Mercedes-Benz car, but if you don't maintain it, it's going to stop halfway. It's the same thing with roads. So what are your views, and how will we rejuvenate our most congested corridors?
My views is giving suggestions are very easy. And it doesn't cost anything. But implement a suggestion is very costly. As you rightly said about the national highway standard you want. See, Bangalore has 5 important roads. One is from the Hosur, one is from the Old Madras Road, one is the Ballari International Airport Road, one is Nelmangla Road, one is Mysore Road. These 6 roads, lot of traffic enters the city in this 6 road. Any national government or any government of India has not planned how these roads which brings traffic to Bangalore city will be eased out. That is the question I placed before the present National Highway Minister, Mr. Nitin Gadkari. And he also said, he agreed to my point. Because the entire corporation lies with the state government and a corporation, and they should start investing on the development to ease out the traffic. So we are planning, we can't make any standards. You can't break a building, a private building can't be wide, and as I rightly said, earlier I said that this is not a planned city, but still we have to see that the problems will be sorted out. I think I am after all this, I think 9th or 10th, I am having a meeting with this, all who have given me suggestions. After that, I am coming out with a plan. Then I will take it before the central government also to help us. The taxation part of Bangalore city is only 3,500 crores, which we received from Bangalore city. All the common, the citizens of Bangalore who are giving taxes. That will not help us, even not even a 10% to our plans, which will help us. So governments only has to help, either the state government or central government. When state government helps, again, only though we are giving high taxes from Bangalore city, we are getting only 17% of the money which we are giving in the form of GST or income tax back to our state. The other income tax is going to UP, Bihar, some other parts of the country. So this is one of the basic federal structure problem which we are facing. So as far as GST is concerned, 50% of the GST is being added upon here, which also is not coming in time. So we have various financial constraints connected to it, but still it is our bound duty. That is why morning I went and I met a big team, so that we know that they are the people who are investing a lot of on infrastructure, who are giving employment, who are giving taxes to the state government and central government to satisfy their sentiments and give them importance. As I rightly said that I had gone there to discuss their issues. So I welcome all whatever the suggestions you have given. Let me hear to the civics of the important leaders who have come here to wanted to pose their question to me. I'll have to take off later.
So, of late, we have been hearing a lot about congestion pricing. Experts have said that we must have congestion pricing, especially after the extremely crowded situation that we saw. So, we are looking at overall, if we look at congestion pricing, if we have to implement, first of all, do you believe we are ready as a city for congestion pricing, at least on some key 9 roads that have been spoken about? Are we ready to provide very good, seamless public transportation
I could not
infrastructure?
understand this congestion pricing. Can you explain to me?
So congestion pricing is really, in cities like London, if you have to enter the CBD area, for us it is a little different. CBD is not as crowded, peripheries are more crowded. If you have to enter certain very crowded parts of the city, you pay a congestion charge. It is, London is very significant. It is a huge deterrent in Singapore as well. When you need to enter the CBD, which is a very crowded area, you need to have a significant congestion charge, which will automatically get debited. They have said that, you have FASTag today. If you push for FASTags, maybe automatically all these cars will then be deterred from bringing out their cars, and they will use public transport. But the corollary means that you must have fantastic public transport of the same quality, of the same level of frequency. So that is, one is readiness, and the other is the willingness.
I think Indian culture is not well suited at this point of time. I think still it may take some 20 years to see that we come to that level. First, let us settle our earlier issue with our basic needs. I think just last year only we gave this FASTag system on our airport and some other places. I think we need time to educate our citizens on that part.
The other question is about migrant labor. There are studies which have shown that amongst the economically weaker section, migrant labor constitutes about 50% of the population in the EWS category. Certain studies have shown. Certain other studies have also shown that the slums in Bangalore will only increase over time because Bangalore is a magnet of opportunities, economic opportunities. We saw this never before, as in COVID, the enormous number of migrant labor. They are normally invisible to all of us, but they support the city in various ways. And that was starkly evident to all of us. What do we think we can do to ease their life and ensure we provide affordable housing? And because they are the ones who are powering the economy for things that other people in Bangalore don't want to take on those jobs. So they are a very essential part of our city.
See, I know the migrant laborers are the nation builders. That is my first commitment. They are very important. Without them, you can't sustain. I think as far as Bangalore is concerned, you might have seen Bombay, you might have seen different cities. Bangalore has very less slums. And whichever slums we have trying to develop. And last week I had a meeting with my Bangalore Development Authority officials. There was a provision that we should allow a weaker section houses, size of 15, 20 and 40 size, or 15 and 20, 30 size. I said you should stop these sizes. Let us give them 30, 40. Because even if a small migrant laborer would like to have a small cart with him, so let us not make this city again a slum city. So even in high-rise also we are planning. We have already identified hundreds of acres in Bangalore city so that to cater such type of community, and they also will have a good life as far as education is concerned. Their other standard of living also will improve. Bangalore is capable of sustaining this type of migrants. Anyway, migrants coming from outside Karnataka, within the Karnataka also have played a very major role in development. And the government of Karnataka is committed for their development and safeguard their interest and provide them a suitable housing.
There are multiple questions on the status of the Brand Bengaluru initiative. There's somebody, Pranjal, who says there is no transparency. I think that entire Brand Bengaluru was put out on the website. There are, all RWAs have been invited. I think that's a fairly far-reaching initiative, but I would like Minister to talk about Brand Bengaluru.
What transparency you need? I have invited suggestions and 70,000 people have applied and given their comments. I think in the entire country, no other minister would have taken such a bold decision to take suggestions from all the section of the society. I have discussed with legislators, I have discussed with business, I have discussed with stakeholders, I have discussed with developers, I have discussed with young children, I have discussed with officials. Then I have given an opportunity throughout the world. People can give an opportunity. What more transparency you need? We can't give them an opportunity to sit in my chair. If they want to sit in my chair, they have to get elected first. Then they can speak on all these issues.
Okay. We have a question from Shaheen Shasa, who again talks about public transport system, but I think we have spent a lot of time discussing various aspects of public transport. I think we will skip that. We have spoken about the need for buses, the need for various other means of public transport, and preventing private transport. There's the next question from Mahesh, wanting to know, can you explain your idea of the tunnel road system? Is it required? And when can we see light at the end of the tunnel? That is on a lighter vein.
As far as tunnel is concerned, we can't expand the road. We can't give compensation to them. After the fair rules which has come by the UPA, we have to pay double the value. Then the cost of the building. I think no one will allow to expand. They break their building, they lose their property. There will be a big hue and cry connectivity. The next option is only the flyover. Already in many parts of the city, whether planning is being done or unplanned city, we have already given on metros are being placed. In such cases, it is very difficult to have an additional flyover for that. The only alternative left to us is that to go underground. But still I am finding very difficult in the center of the city where the opening of the tunnel can be done. But I have called an expression of interest. Only 2 participated in the first stage. I extended, gave more advertisement. 9 of them have participated. 8 of them have been qualified. I think next 45 days, I was even morning, I have been telling my officers, by this 2023, we should come out with all the tenders and there should be a light to see that some work starts in Bangalore. This is the agenda, the top priority agenda before me. The first is tunnel, the second is solid waste management, third is traffic.
Okay, there is a question on health from Dr. Vishwanath saying, compared to private sector, government health sector is still poor, and what can we do what is your vision to improve this?
No, Bangalore is a tourism place for health. I think you have more than a dozen medical colleges which are doing well. At the same time, the private, apart from private, even the Bangalore medical services are doing well. Bangalore City Corporation also have done a lot of clinics at the basic structure. I think any suggestions, what is the biggest problem is that none of the doctors who take this help of the Bangalore in the government while getting admitted, never want to go to the rural part. But still Bangalore has been flooded and all the quality doctors are going out of the country for their better placements, who have been educated in Bangalore where government has invested a lot of money. But on them, resources on them. But still Bangalore healthcare is a good compared to other part of the country. Compared even to Delhi, we have a better services. If any suggestions are there from my young friends, we will look at it.
No discussion, last question. No discussion will be complete on Bangalore unless we discuss lakes. I know you have walked to many of these lakes to see exactly what is happening. We would want to understand how can we have better rejuvenation of lakes and arresting the pollution which is let into these lakes, and how can we make this adherence to law much better?
Lakes are
and the encroachment.
Lakes are the assets of the city. We have to protect them. I think the inflow to the lakes, sewage to the lakes has to be protected. Then the lakes will have a very healthy lakes. I think government has separate lake development authority. We have been investing. We are on the lakes. We know that it is important. Since it is an urban area, ultimately all this what we call Rajakalways, where water flows, I think due to the urbanization in many places, they have been stopped. But now government has already given free hand to the corporation to see that those inflows will not be affected. And it is our priority job. And government is committed to spend certain share of finances to all this lake development. It is our priority and we will take it up.
Thank you. We could go on for a very long time and we have so many questions. But as a final and last, legacies for cities are left by visionaries. So what is your vision that you want to leave behind as D.K. Shivakumar's legacy?
Time is too short, so I can't comment on that. Let my citizens give their suggestions. We will take it forward. I think I don't believe in giving only false promises. I believe in delivering. So there are a lot of constraints on legal aspects. I think within a year, I'll try to show some results. Then seeing is believing. Hearing will not have any value. So you will all see at a later stage. Thank you.
With that, we bring to a close the session, and thank you for your patience and thank you for all your answers.